All right, hello Cancers, and welcome to your May 2021 reading. I, of course, am Rachel Navy, aka Villagio Strega here. Little heads up here, guys. It's been taking anywhere from 4 to 5 hours for each individual reading to download from my device. So I've switched up devices. I've got a new microphone, so hopefully you all can hear me well. And it's just taking a little bit longer than I had anticipated. But as a result, I am doing extended readings for each sign. So you'll get the tarot reading with your 5 cards at the end, kind of summarize, plus we'll pull a few for you to clarify. And then I'll do a crystal card energy that'll move into the extended reading. So thank you always for being here. Thank you for watching, Cancers. I do truly appreciate it. Let's get into your reading. I'm going to be doing the challenges, the advice, the potential outcomes for each week. So 4 rows of 3 cards each. And then, like I said, we'll take a look at what the 5 cards are. Now, bear in mind, Cancers and Cross-Watchers, that this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone. You want to go out, Snow? Of course, Snowy the dog wants to interrupt now. Better now than later, huh, baby? So we'll let her do her thing. But this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone. So keep what does and leave the rest. Now, we're looking at this from the perspective, it looks like starting out from the end of April to the current moment, leading into the end of this week here for you Cancers with 2 of Wands energy. 2 of Wands, of course, is the energy of what is attainable versus what are your resources. And the challenge is kind of like, what do you have control of versus what do you wish to attain? And it's looking like you're kind of like surveying the land on things, or surveying what is within your domain here. I'll come back to that in just a minute, though, judging from the other cards that are coming out. Okay. Yes or no? Okay. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really busy work month for many of you Cancers. And I did do a reading for you guys previously, but that one would not upload at all. So I'm not really sure if it's 100% sure if it's my device or if it's actually YouTube. But we'll figure it out nonetheless. And it was really a beautiful reading. This one's feeling a little bit similar so far, just slight differences because, you know, it's a collective energy. Not all Cancers are the same, right? So look at it from that perspective. And always grateful for the messages here. Thank you, Spirit, for our messages. Guidance and support along the way. Let's see. We're looking for advice. We're looking for challenge, potential outcome, or challenge, advice, and potential outcomes for week 3, please. Thank you. Okay. Almost. See if it jumps out again. There we go. I'm going to just put this down a little bit here too so you guys can see what's going on here on the table, as it were. Okay. And as you can see, Cancers, I don't pull the cards directly. I let the jumpers come out. I take the jumpers. I take those that want to flip. Those that really seem to have a little bit more kinetic connection here. And then I will ask for clarification depending on how they land, where they land, whether it's upright, reverse, where it's supposed to go. All of that is important as well. I get the intuitive nudge with that. Things kind of heat up when it's a yes. So the bottom of the deck, Cancers. Got the Capricorn energy. You're letting go of those self-limiting beliefs. Perhaps you're really, really determined about something. Indeed, it looks that way this month. So let's have a look at what it is you need to know here, Cancers. Again, going back to that two wands energy. You're taking action on something. You're making plans. You're looking at what your domain, what it is you can control within your domain. Again, what are your resources versus what do you need to gather for supplies in order to make this something happen. Kind of playing with a thought or idea right now. You're not fully committed to what action you're going to take. You're just more or less trying to figure it out. That's your challenge. Your advice card is the expansion card. Jupiter energy of the Wheel of Fortune. So right timing, right things in place is what you're really waiting on. It may not be this week exactly that you make your move. It's more about, again, like figuring out what you need in order to achieve what it is that you want here, Cancers. And really deciphering, I would say, what it is relating to. In other words, how do all the pieces fit together, which is why that right timing, which is why that stroke of luck perhaps coming in to help you out even as your advice card. You also have the Judgment card energy. Now, Judgment, of course, Judgment, of course, is about letting go of not only our judgments about ourselves, but how we may judge others, how we may... how others may judge us. It could be legal stuff involved too, judgment being in your favor. All of your major arcana, all of your cards are upright. So this is a very good sign. It means things are very, very clear as to the path you wish to take versus what you will take in regards to this matter. But letting go of the self-criticism is really what this is about. It's a transformative energy, the Judgment card is. And that transformation, of course, begins with you. It's following suit here going into the next week as we see the Magician card energy is out. This is indicating as your challenge that you have everything you need, recognizing that you have everything you need to be successful. It's all the knowledge, the wisdom, the tools you need, etc., to manifest what it is that you truly want from a very pure intention state, very, very pure of heart, mature state of well-being. What you're waiting for, or what your advice is where's the payoff in it all? Some of you could be sitting on your thumbs for a little bit here, for lack of a better phrase, because you're waiting for some sort of finance or some sort of payoff to happen. This is the Eight of Pentacles energy. This is somebody who works hard, has mastered a skill, trade, or craft, something they do frequently, consistently, to make it what it is that they truly want it to be, to refine their craft. But it's like there's finance around it, yes, there's earnings around it, but then there's this sense of what more is there to this. For many of you is the advice card. Be aware, there's going to be lots of messages coming in towards the end of week 2 here, Cancers. This is the Eight of Wands energy. Messages are coming in fast. They're catching you off guard. You don't want to be too hasty in your decisions, and we're definitely going to see that in week 3. That is your challenge, is not to be too impulsive. Don't make any hasty decisions during week 3, because we have the Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands energy is often the challenge of somebody who's fastest moving knight in the deck. But get on board or get out of my way energy can be very reckless, very impulsive. So you want to draw back a little bit and think about things a little bit more, but don't think too much. Certainly don't be in your own head about things. This is your advice card, is Eight of Swords. Recognize that you're not in a stuck situation, as these other things are happening fast, and perhaps it is more about, what direction you want to take things in your life. Perhaps even in regards to your finance. I'm not seeing any Ace of Wands or Ace of Pentacles out, so I don't feel this is a new opportunity for you guys. I think this is more of you kind of like riding it out, going the course, and perhaps it could be relating to a relationship, but I don't see that towards the end of the month already as it is. Now, back to this guy. This is the card of self-doubt, stubbornness. Again, feeling stuck. It's in your advice area, so recognize that you're not as stuck as you think you are. Those bandages or bondages rather, are very loosely fitting. All this woman has to do is wiggle a little bit, and those will fall off. She'll be able to see what's going on around her. It'll clear up her thoughts. It'll release those self-doubts and self-limiting things. And really and truly, that's what the bottom of your deck is saying as well. We'll move into that Devil card energy here in just a moment. What your potential outcome is you don't have to do this alone. You may be feeling like by week 3 or week three's end rather, that you've been abandoned and kind of left out in the cold in a situation, Cancers. But the truth of the matter is it can go one of two ways. The first way is, and the preferred way is that, okay, while you're having your woe is me moment, somewhere along the way you recognize there's sanctuary close by. There is an open door of possibility for you to go into and stay warm, recover, recuperate, birth some new ideas. On the flip side of that is if this happens to be the card of rejection, especially during week 3, that you are not alone in your rejection either. Often this individual is depicted with somebody there with him, whether it's a dog, a child, or another individual. And what that represents is the lack of isolation one truly is when they're feeling like they are. It's an opportunity to work with what you have. And that is really what I'm feeling to hone in on for this week 3's portion of this, is really to focus on working with what you have. And you're not alone in this situation. Week 4, challenges. Okay, we just want everybody to be happy because that's what this guy's all about. This is the King of Cups. Again, messages could be coming in. This is where the romantic end of things may be taking place, especially towards the end of the month here. And he is really about merriment, making sure everybody's happy, being very joyous himself, celebrating life. But also being an emotionally stable individual, especially when there's like drama or something else going on in the background. He stays pretty solid. Hi, Snow. You want back in? You want to come back in? Come on back in. Okay, advice card. We've got the 2 of Swords energy. 2 of Swords is that decision, that tough decision you're making. It's like you're weighing things out in your mind. You need to wait for something to be revealed. This is, again, moon card energy. So something will be revealed that'll clarify things up for you, because you don't want to make any blind decisions where you don't have all the facts you should have in order to make the decision. Do you want to go out, Snow? Your potential outcome, Cancers, is the King of Wands. King of Wands energy is an individual over the age of 35 usually, very humble, very mature in his ways. He is very honorable, but he's all about strategy and transformation. So this is you, Cancer, taking a very passionate role in leadership. His other trait is leadership. And those qualities of transformation as your potential outcome. But you could be dealing with somebody else with that kind of energy, as you can with all of these court cards. Now, headed over here to the Devil card energy again. So things that tempt us, right? The materialism, letting go of things that no longer serve us, things that lead us down a road that we really shouldn't be down. It's about letting those things go, persevering through the hard times. And I do see that there's a lot of heaviness for some of you, especially towards the end of the month, where that need to let go and that need to transform, the self-doubts, the fears, the isolations, the wanting to do something like just on the impulse versus weighing it out, rationalizing things a little bit more. I do see a lot of that towards the end of the month. Whereas I see almost like a big change happening for you guys, especially in regards to your finance. Again, you were waiting for that kind of payoff. You're like, how do I manifest this? What tools do I have to make this happen? It's kind of like you're mulling it over. I don't see any strong commitment this month for making it happen. It's kind of like just planting the seeds for it. What I do see, again, is letting go of those self-limiting beliefs, definitely. You definitely are going to need to be using your intuition. And by the way, Capricorn moon card energy here with the High Priestess. Yeah, you got some big stuff going on. Because now the major arcanas are coming out. And those are the most important ones. So High Priestess energy, again, going with your gut, listening to your intuition, finding the balance in a situation, but balancing the knowledge and the wisdom. So that's that happy place or that happy medium of what your gut says, what your intuition says, versus what's being observed, what's being told to you, what makes the most sense. high feminine aspect to that as well. You've got the Tower card energy. Now, there may be a little bit of discomfort here and there. There may be some surprises, but it doesn't have to be all bad, right? It is indeed, just when you think everything's stable, safe, and secure, right? It's meant to throw you off a little bit so that way you can get on the course that you are supposed to be on. And absolutely, the start of the month here, the first 2 weeks, is really what I'm seeing take shape with that. And then here we have it again with the King of Wands energy. It's kind of like you go through, there's like an element of surprise for you guys towards the middle of the month here. And it's like you know that you have what you need, but you're a little caught off guard by it all. And that's when you're like, oh shoot, is this really going to happen kind of energy? And that's why the self-doubting and like, I've got to do this all by myself kind of vibe is there. If you're not, it is successful, right? So we have the Six of Wands energy, which is, there it is. I'm going to pull this one now because this is the final 5 is your Ace of Wands. So if you were thinking about changing lanes, if you were thinking about taking on some new enterprise or something you've already been working at and maybe going solo about it as well, you're not completely alone in the situation. There is support around you, definitely. I recognize that this might be a tough decision, especially when it comes to like having the funds to do it and will it be rewarding. But what's life with not an element of surprise to it anyways, or with an element of taking some risks? And that's what Six of Wands is about. It's you saying, okay, I surrender to this. I'm going to give it a shot. And guess what? You come out successful for it. It's a humble victory you not just have for yourself, but you share with everyone. And of course, this is the card. This is your new beginning. Your Ace of Wands here are all those passionate, creative ideas, entrepreneurship, enterprise, energy, maybe even a new lusty relationship for some of you. But it's the energy of forward movement. It's kind of like the divine steps in and gives you a little leg up on something as you move forward in a new direction, which is really beautiful. So let's clarify some of this up here, Cancer. Let's see what's going on for my Cancers. Clarify week 1, please. We'll do each week, 1 card for each week. There we go. Let me see. We got 3 cards here. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? None of these. Okay. Yes or not. Clarify week 1, please. I'm using Tarot Mucha deck by La Scarabeo for those of you interested, and the Light and Shadow deck to clarify. Okay. Got that. Okay. Locust, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2. Okay, 6 of Swords. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords. It's coming out to clear. 5 of Swords to clarify week 1. There it is. There's good. And 6 of Swords to clarify week 2. I can definitely see that happening for you guys. Let's see what week 3 is like, please. Clarify week 3. Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Upright or reverse? Upright. Okay, week 3 is being clarified by the World card energy. Clarify week 4, please. Okay. Yes or no? Okay, so I've got 2 for week 4. So let's break this down. Week 1, we were talking about the self-judgments, letting go of judgments against others, right timing, what do you have for resources, and what is attainable. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of conflict in here. We've got 5 of Swords energy out. 2, 4, 5. Yep, 5 of Swords energy out here. Guys, their crop's being trashed by some locusts, right, in this picture, as it were. And Five of Swords, we know, is a little bit of conflict. It's somebody who doesn't really want to give up on fighting for something. But it's a losing battle, really and truly. They need to let it go and kind of move forward and make sure that their ego's not attached to anything. Truly, in week 1. Week 2, we've got the card of either travel or this is voyage with some baggage. This could be a time period, because remember, you're manifesting something. You want to manifest something, but messages are coming in quick and you're waiting for that payoff. Working hard with that Eight of Pentacles energy. But this is indicating that you might need a little help to manifest it along the way. Indeed, this is a voyage you take with assistance of others. It's similar to the Four of Swords energy, where it's recuperation, only this one comes with assistance. So while it may be that you're bringing something with you that you might want to let go of otherwise, there is this energy of either travel, relocation, or again, recuperation with assistance. No voyage without assistance. Week 3, you've got the World card energy. This is where you're feeling, this is what it is. I said, don't be too impulsive. Let go of those self-defeating thoughts, that feeling of isolation and I'm alone, because you're mastering something this week. You're coming to a completion of a cycle. And an element of maturity about something within week 3 here, which brings about a new beginning of sorts. And we definitely see that again here with the King of Wands. After you make a decision, and again, just wanting everybody to be happy. We see that with King of Wands. We see it with the Ace of Wands. The more you let go of self-defeating beliefs, Cancer, the more you get to the direction you really want to be in. The more your life has more purpose, the more creative endeavors you embark on, the more authentic lifestyle you're living. Week 4, you're being clarified up with the Hierophant and the Empress card energy. So this new leadership role you're taking into your life and balancing out those emotions, that desire to just be marry, keep all your checks and balance and live an abundant life, right? The decision you're making is the commitment. The commitment to something greater. And that greater something, of course, is the Empress card energy. She's the blessed card of abundance. She's like Gaia herself. This is your harvest, your gardening, your tilling fertile soils. It's a fertility energy with a commitment. So, some of you could be looking like, again, taking a leadership role, and in a relationship, like in a marriage even, because King of Wands tends to be very married, like very honorable, but you're taking a role, you're making a decision, and that higher commitment, or maybe it's the yes, I do card, too, is also about higher spiritual teachings, like finding an authentic spiritual teacher. But this combination here makes me think like, okay, somebody's going to pop the question, or have some active part in that, in both how they raise children or what kind of level of commitment you wish to bring. I say children because she can often be the card of pregnancy too. Some of you Cancers may find that you're pregnant by the end of the month as well. It is spring. And so yeah, there's an element, Taurus, and I believe she's Venus energy. So this is your values. What is it towards the end of the month, or what's leading from the beginning of the month into the end of the month? It is that you truly value. It's almost like a self-discovery thing, but it's things you're putting into action as like you're getting triggered by. It's aftermaths of something else. We have the Tarot card out. We got the Eight of Wands out. All these energies are kind of like popping up and saying like, now you have to respond to this. How are you going to do it is what I'm really feeling from this reading. It's almost like, you've got one plan in your head, and then the universe says, but wait a minute, there's more, kind of thing, Cancer. Well, let's find out which crystal card's going to be, and then I will see you all in the extended reading. And hey, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do so appreciate it. Ring that bell. You'll get all my... Yeah, this is way too many. Get all my updates as they happen. What else would you like my Cancers to know, please? And of course, if you would like more guidance, clarity, or support, I am available for personal readings. You could follow me at Villagio Strega on Facebook, or you can message me, email me, in either the information below or anywhere in the About section of my channel is my information. Let's see, what do we got here, guys? What other messages are here for Cancer, please? Look through the crystal cards. I have to say, I love these crystal cards because they have a sense of humor. If you do any kind of journey work, shamanic work, any kind of spiritual work, you recognize very quickly that your ancestors and your spirit guides have, or at least mine do, have tremendous senses of humor. So I like that when I find them in print as such. What else would you like Cancers to know in the collective, please? Some of y'all Cancers, you can't make up your mind, huh? There's like a lot of energy going through these cards, but it's like everybody wants to both talk at once or not say anything at all, kind of thing. What do you think, Cancers? All right, Cancers, I'm going to call that for now. I will catch up with you all with the crystal card energies in your extended reading. Take care, guys.